Breaking. Anonymous USD in Sacramento, California, the district that employs Antifa member Gabriel Gipe, has announced he has been placed on paid leave and that they'll take steps to fire him. Gipe was recorded in undercover video by Project Veritas, admitting he indoctrinates students using fear and sends them to direct actions. They receive grades and extra credit if they go to protests and Antifa shit. And also food banks and food giveaways. I'll give them that. The good part about it. But everything else is bad about it. Yeah. Alright. So they did put him on administrative leave. Following the investigation into Gabriel Gipe, the Nationos USD found numerous other violations of district policy. They uncovered he was using rubber stamps featuring positive depictions of Stalin, Castro, Kim Jong-un, and others to mark students' work as complete. Some of the far left direct actions he gave students classroom credit for attending involved activities that became unsafe. Background: Gabriel Gipe and his wife were at the Sacramento Capitol Antifa riot in 2016, in which multiple people were stabbed. We have discovered that some of the material that were on the walls were added at the earliest of May of 2021. This statement from the Natamas USD needs clarification. The 19-student video of Gabriel Gipe shows much of the same material in the classroom, including the Mao portrait. As you can see, that's Mao Zedong. You'll see the same portrait a little bit later. That was from 2019, as you can see. Sacramento Antifa member and Notamas USD teacher Gabriel Gipe is a member or supporter of the Reds and Ed, a communist teacher group. Before he hit his social media, his interests were almost all in pro-China and extreme far-left groups. Let me remind you that West Taiwan, China, I call them West Taiwan because the CCP illegally took Taiwan, but that's another story for another day. They remotely suicide people, and I can't, say the words on YouTube or YouTube will ban me. They suicide. They make people disappear. They make journalists disappear. They weld people in their homes suspected of COVID. That happened last year. And they have concentration camps for the Uyghur Muslims. This guy supports it. We are teachers. We are the activists. We are the socialists. Join us in the struggle. You guys have no struggle. And he supports all this stuff. All this stuff. The same, yeah. All this stuff. That's him. More photos of Gabriel Gipe, the teacher at the Nostamas USD, who was secretly recorded admitting to indoctrinating and radicalized children to Antifa beliefs. Both he and his wife, Aline Nye, declined to comment when approached by a black reporter from Project Veritas. And definitely Antifa. It's an Antifa symbol. All cops are bastards. F the police. Here he is. He's teaching your children in Sacramento. That's his wife. Yeah. Great, outstanding people. If you want to see the full Project Veritas video, which it's pretty disturbing to say the least, that a person like this can teach your kids. This is why I'm on board with putting cameras in every classroom. Putting cameras in every single classroom. I think one of the first things that really disturbed me was the fact that he says he uses fear. Parents are reacting to the bombshell secret video of Nostradamus USD teacher and Antifa member admitting to indoctrinating students and setting them to direct action for grades, for participation points, for extra credit if they go to the direct action. And this is his statement after everything that happened.
Say thank you to every past student and colleague and friend who's reaching out right now in support of what is happening. My personal safety and security is obviously my top concern at this moment, but also they are coming for my job and what I love doing in the classroom, and they are going to run this campaign and get public pressure behind them, and it is very likely that the district will cave in regards to this, and I'm hopeful that they don't, and all support at this moment is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you're losing your job. People that say, I have 18 weeks, or like, anybody who instills beliefs like this into children deserves to not have that job. Deserves not to be a teacher, ever. You should not be teaching students your political ideologies, left or right. Should not be any of that. They should ban politics from school, personal politics from school. Like, obviously, learning it in, like, U.S. government classes, important learning what communism is and why it's evil and why socialism is evil, and the bad aspects and the good aspects of capitalism. Should be allowed in school, but your personal beliefs should not be allowed in school. It should be banned, and if you push your political beliefs or try to indoctrinate kids into your beliefs, especially radical fucking communist beliefs that want to, go after the government and after the state, his quote, not mine, you should be fired immediately, and you should maybe be jailed for brainwashing children. I've been able to piece together the political propaganda that was formerly in Gabriel Gipe's classroom. There's a flag for the Workers' Party of Korea, North Korea Party, Antifa flag, non-binary flag, a Planned Parenthood flyer, a portrait of Mao Zedong, and more. This is what he's teaching kids. This is what he's teaching kids, guys. I mean, the Bob Marley one's cool. Communist, sickle and hammer, and all this bullshit. Mao Zedong, as you can see, Mao Zedong, person who killed millions of his people to start a revolution. He supports this. He supports genocide. He supports murder. You can go to the Project Veritas if you don't believe me. It comes out of his mouth. It comes out of his mouth. You can not believe me, but you can watch the video and watch him say all these things. A school district in Sacramento has announced it is taking steps to fire Gabriel Gipe, a teacher who was secretly recording, admitting to indoctrinating his students to the far left using fear and giving them extra credit to go to dangerous actions. He says all these things in the video. Parents are packed at the door of the school board meeting for the school in Sacramento. Many could not get inside. Main issue everyone is discussing is Gabriel Gipe, the Antifa extremist who was busted admitting to indoctrinating students and sending them to direct action. A Muslim parent just said that there should be criminal investigation of Gabriel Gipe. A man cussed out the school board, asking them how they couldn't have known about Gabriel Gipe's extremism, given that he has plastered his classroom walls with his views. I remember in high school and middle school and elementary school, the principal would routinely walk into the classroom to see what's up. Like, routinely. He would do it like once or twice a week. So it's ridiculous that they could state that they didn't know this was going on. That's a farce. That is a farce, and it's a goddamn lie to anyone who's been in public school. It's a lie. A woman suggested to the school board that they offered counseling to students at the Indoctrinating High School who were impacted by Gabriel Gipe. Gipe was recorded saying these things. One of the people speaking to the school board said Gabriel Gipe may have been in violation of California Education Code 51530. The law was passed in the 70s and prohibits teachers from indoctrinating students with preference for communism. Left-wing activists want the law removed. Of course they do, because they're communists. What do you expect? No teacher giving instruction in any school or any property belonging to any agencies included in the public school system shall advocate or teach communism with the intent to indoctrinate or inculcate in the mind of any pupil a preference for communism. In prohibiting the advocacy of teaching of communism with the intent of indoctrinating or creating a preference in the mind of any pupil for such doctrine, the legislator does not intend to prevent the teacher of the facts about communism. Rather, the legislature intends to prevent the advocacy of or inclination and indoctrination into communism as in hereinafter defined for the purpose of undermining patriotism for and the belief in the government of the United States and of the state. It is illegal. It is illegal to do that by the school board, by the law that was passed in the 70s. Looks like the school board pulled a bait and switch. After an extended break, they called for another break, but instead left. The parents and the community members are very angry. Yes, they should be, because they supported it. A school district. All right. That's going to be the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like and share the video, you know, all that stuff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.